Uri Geller. Now, let's dive deep into the story of a fascinating psychic legend, arguably the most famous psychic the world has ever known. The Israeli-British former army paratrooper, known for his endless charisma and good looks, gained his fame performing live television demonstrations of telepathy, psychokinesis, and most notably, bending spoons and other metal objects. He claims all of his demonstrations have been accomplished through the willpower and strength of his own mind. Born to Jewish parents in 1946, Geller's family fled Nazi persecution and took up residence in a small apartment in Tel Aviv, Israel. Geller's powers allegedly began to manifest at the age of 5 when his mother said a spoon inexplicably curled up in his small hand and broke, without any physical force. Shocked, the family did not mention the incident to anyone else for some time. At age 7, Uri's father gave him a watch that stopped working shortly after it was put on his wrist. He was given a replacement watch that also stopped working in the same manner. The Gellers realized that he could not only stop watches with his mind, but he could speed them up and even make broken watches begin ticking again. At the age of 14, Uri and his mother moved to Cyprus with Uri's new stepfather. It is said that Uri began to show telepathic abilities when he allegedly told a guest at his stepfather's hotel, Yoav Shcham, that he read his mind and knew he was an Israeli spy. Impressed with his abilities, Yoav taught Uri martial arts and encouraged him to join the Israeli army when he was older, with the goal of becoming an officer. In 1965, Geller volunteered as a paratrooper in the Israeli army after being severely injured in the Six-Day War. On June 6, 1967, he was considered unfit to continue his service and was discharged soon thereafter. His next job found him working at a youth summer camp where he would display some of his talents to the campers. Word of his abilities began to spread, and soon Uri Geller was being paid to perform at dinner parties and nightclubs. His good looks, charming personality, and stunning abilities dazzled audiences everywhere. He soon became an in-demand performer, selling out 300-seat theaters. High-profile members of society and the Israeli government were admirers of the now famous Uri Geller, including Israel's defense minister in 1970, Moshe Dayan. Dayan invited Geller to his house and asked him to use his powers to help Yoav with his rather illegal hobby of locating lost artifacts in underground architectural sites by looking at the maps. Uri used this technique known as map dowsing or divining and helped Yoav for free for a while. But by 1986, his map dowsing fee was £1 million. In the fall of 1970, Geller suddenly fell ill in the middle of a telepathy performance. The odd occurrence had the audience confused. Geller then explained that the president of Egypt had just died, or was about to. Geller remained on stage in his sickly state while audience members filed out. Minutes later, it was announced on the radio that the president had in fact just died of a heart attack. Geller skyrocketed to international fame following the incident. High-profile magazines began running cover stories and referred to Geller Mania as a craze similar to Beatlemania. Geller was invited to be part of many scientific experiments around the world to test his abilities, including a 2-week study conducted by the United States Central Intelligence Agency. The tests were recorded on audio and video, and he passed each one with nearly 100% accuracy. Geller continued to perform live experiments on television and radio, where he even told listeners or viewers at home to try and bend metal along with him at the same time. Hundreds of people called into radio stations or wrote to newspapers claiming they had inexplicably bent spoons or other metal objects in their own homes with their minds. While Uri Geller has been wowing admirers for decades, there have been many skeptics who have discounted his abilities. Critics have whittled him down to a fantastic stage magician with no real supernatural gifts. However, to this day, Uri Geller continues to insist that his powers are in fact real. It is interesting to note that decades after Geller's experiments with US government officials, the CIA released the previously top-secret documents containing these experiments, stating that Uri demonstrated his paranormal perception ability in a convincing and unambiguous manner. So, is Uri Geller the real deal, or merely an extremely clever master of illusions? Geller himself once said that if his psychic powers were not real, then he must have been the greatest to have been able to fool so many great minds of the world. As always, remain skeptical, open-minded, and curious. Truth can only stay hidden for so long.